A live look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with Coach Brent Key before the game. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Yellow Jackets ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So Louisville's offense will have the football first. Isaac Brown, last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Got the first down. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle.
Makes the grab in their space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play fake. Out wide right, it's Skinner. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Here comes the heat. Turns it upfield. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game to really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Going to the run, it's Davis. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space, and I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it. This guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Yellow Jackets offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
From the gun, it's Hoslet. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Right side, it's Hoslet. At the 35, he's got room. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. The Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. The corners are walked up tight. Out wide left, it's made. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Got his man on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
And he added the extra point. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll ride Davis here. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Following the play, there is a Yellow Jacket who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Hand off for Brown. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll run Isaac Brown to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Play action on 1st down. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Handoff, Isaac Brown. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Following the play, there is a Yellow Jacket who is shaken up. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. And the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. Setting up the screen. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him. Playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back. Saw the screen develop. Comes upfield. Makes the play. Makes the sound tackle.
The give to Davis. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Cardinals trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit.
Back's going for the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Left side is Skinner. Touchdown, Cardinals! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Number 98, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Drops back. It's Mendoza. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Breaks free and he might be gone. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. He'll take the deep shot. Snags it inside the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he makes the extra point. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 33, set to advance on football.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Selling the fake. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Second and long here. They'll ride him again. They knock him down right there.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll ride Davis here. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Georgia Tech spins its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And he makes it past the first down marker, hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. A give to Brown. Turning it on. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Skinner. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give, running right, Brown. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 13 team, the Arizona State Sun Devils.
The Cardinals will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
They'll try it over the left side. Stopped at the 27 and well short of the first down marker. Needed to get it to the 30, and it's 4th down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. Offense working from the pistol. The lone back's got it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
See some running room, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's a simple design there, guys. Just RPO. QB gets it out of his hands quickly, trying to attack the left side there in the flat. They're just not able to come up with it.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Again, it's Brown. Got a little grass. The tag. Touchdown, Louisville. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Left side, it's May. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Could not make his way to the corner. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Cardinals sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered. Just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue.
There he goes. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Gets the back moving. Hand off for Brown. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sells to fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Addison. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Pass to 6. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So first down will open up the final period. Sells to run, looking to pass. Out wide right, it's Richardson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Off play action. Out wide left, it's Skinner. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. They'll send the back in motion. A give to Brown. There he goes. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Cardinals will snap it on first and 10. Might have a chance. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. He's got it way down the field. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. The give to Davis. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes a grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Isaac Brown to the left. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. One more time, it's Brown. He's got enough. Breaks into the open. Inside the... He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down here on the Georgia Tech sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Shoots it to the left. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Going for it that deep in your own end, just outsmarting yourself. Offense set up, 1st and goal. Here's Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Calls his own number. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Left side is Skinner. Touchdown, Louisville! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. Jumped on top of the pile.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Brown again. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. A run for the quarterback. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the 2-point conversion attempt will fail.
65, Georgia Tech, 31.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Keeps it on first down. Turning it on. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset.